Check 1 2 1 2. Check 1 2. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's D Train. Yeah. Okay, so what am I calling this? D Train's Forgotten Unforgettables. That's right. I you know, we try to stay busy, and then the news cycle it changes so much. It's hard to keep up with what's going on and what's been going on. And since this is the first time I'm doing this, I've got to go back at least a month just to see what's happened. Um, so, and also honorable mention. Um, I guess I should do that later. But anyway, let's start on October 1st. Yeah, here's my list. All right, let's see here. 10-1. Okay, the USMCA, United States, Mexico, Canada agreement or association. Um, and let's see here. Wow, this one goes back to when Rosenstein was supposed to have his meeting with Donald Trump, right? And so after Rosenstein, um, they were supposed to meet, but at the same time, if you remember, that was when the whole issue with the Kavanaugh confirmation was going on. Let me see if I can get a live screen here. Let's see if I can have any comments. I'm gonna try to do better on that front. Okay. Oh, where my comments go? There we go. There's my comment section. Cool. One watching. Awesome. It's probably my daughters. Yeah, Daddy, what happened? Um. Okay, so that was what, September 12th to 24th. Um. Dang man, I can't even read my own handwriting. What does that say? Oh, okay. So Brett Kavanaugh. So the Brett Kavanaugh situation was going on, and I think they both testified on the 27th. Okay. And then they said, "All right, we'll give you another week." So that ran to the October 24th, the FBI investigations, the seventh one on him, and then into the situation. Now we find out that something went on um, with the Sweatnick testimony. Well, let's see here. So that was Rosenstein. So that we don't we heard recently that Rosenstein and he met, and he's going to keep him on. So we'll see what happens with that. So then there was the that was October 4th in Khashoggi. I think I've heard that's the latest pronunciation I've been able. Uh, oh, but before that, Kanye West met at the White House. Kanye West met at the White House on October 9th. And so that was kind of like, whoa, hey, everybody was talking about that for a minute. And right around that time, a few days later, the Beto O'Rourke, that whole situation was getting kicked off. And then that's when we start hearing about this Khashoggi, right? Things were moving fast, man. Look at this. So Khashoggi, he was a former ally of the Saudi family, and it seemed like what happened is they kind of like parted ways, but he didn't really have any power or anything. So they kind of was like bumped that. Hey, what's up, Angel Muniz? What's going on, baby? It's good to see you. Um, yeah, man. Wow, Angel, how you doing, man? I miss you, brother. I miss everybody, man, because I haven't been on here that much. But yeah, let's keep it moving. Um, so I had Michael and Flo. Okay, yeah. Then the hurricanes were coming through. Florence had come through here, dropping a lot of rain here in North Carolina, in the Carolinas. And I'm gonna tell you, man, I've been driving around and tree limbs and whole trees. I'm talking big ass oaks, um, falling um, down. I mean, big tree. Not only oaks. I mean, all kinds of trees. Them roots got saturated. And then Hurricane Michael came through, and the winds were so much harder. Man, I was looking out the back door, and I was like, "Whoa!" I mean, and it was very noticeable how more how much faster the winds were blowing. Just looking at how the trees were responding in the backyard, I mean, I was more nervous about something falling on my house during Michael than I was Florence. But Florence left a lot of water, and I did a video on that. I showed you guys the overflow is a video footage of all the water, how high the water came, and the before and after, how high the water came up to. So go check that out. Um, so yeah, then they start talking about the climate change, right? Um, but right after that, okay, so we had Kanye, Beto. We went back up here, and it was Khashoggi, right? But that wasn't enough, right? Check this out. What happened right after that? Elizabeth Warren came out on, what was it, the 15th of October? Yeah, so she came out during the 15th of October and was like, "Look at my DNA results here. It says I got some Honduran in me." And now that, or Guatemalan or something, but now that I'm thinking about it, maybe she was behind the caravan. She's trying to like bring her people back up, all like, I guess if she gets 1,024 of them, that kind of like she's a representative at that point. So, they got like 14,000 or something like that. I don't know. We'll see what happens with that, man. I hope everything turns out okay. Caravan, and they pumped that Warren thing up. And what's today? The 27th? All right. So we only at the 15th, right? So what happened after that? I think it was more caravan talk, more Khashoggi talk. They're looking into that. They don't want to really get up off them billions, so they're gonna find another way to I guess rectify that situation. And then we had, I know some more stuff happening there, man. I know Hungary. I got to say something about Hungary because they hanging in there, man. EU's trying to give them a hard trip. You know what I mean? EU's like, yo, man, he's violating our rules. So sound like they about to like try to hold off on some of their monies. Um, and when I was just there, man, you could see all the work that people were doing in the cities. Looked like they cleaned up some of the graffiti that I had seen there before. There's still some there, but they're trying to do something. But it's something when a foreign body tries to hold money over your head and rules, and they want you to do everything they want you to do without you being able to maintain your own country's sovereignty. There's something about that. I disagree with it. I think Hungary should hold firm on what they trying to do. You know, like I said, man, I almost got arrested in Hungary or my mother-in-law because she my my I guess in my naivete of the situation, fully, I jumped over the fence, and I'm a black man in Hungary, and right now they're having a refugee crisis. So, somebody saw it and called it in, and if you harbor a refugee, you can be put in jail, prison for like a year. So I didn't understand everything everybody was saying, but I talked about it on another video. I don't know which one, somewhere, but anyway, yeah. So that's like the basic rundown. You can't count Kanye out of that, because now we just had um what is it, young black leadership conference in the White House, and at that conference, uh, I guess they had just announced that they caught the fake bomber, the fake explosive device distributor to all people who he feels are his enemies. What was it, Sayak? Cesar Sayak. I'm gonna just say it phonetically. Sayoc. Sayok. I believe. So it look. I mean, just from the looks of it, looks like hey, he converted in 2016, which I can understand. A lot of people made a conversion. They saw how and I don't think it happened overnight. And if it did, that's when you have to kind of look at it sideways. I think for most people who move away from some of the things that just don't seem quite right on the left, you know what I mean? Most It's a process, because you just see more and more things that just come on. And I mean, yeah, we gotta, help people, but at the same time, this is ridiculous. I mean, I can't really, there's always certain things that happen along the way that that say, wait a minute, this over here, this saying seems a little bit more reasonable, although I don't agree with blah, right? So for this guy, I don't know. I don't really know that much about him. So I guess we're gonna have to save that one for another show. So I don't want to speak too much on issues that I have no idea about, because I can, because I could do that, man. I'm good at it too, man. Let me talk about something I don't know nothing about. I can imagine all kinds of things, right? Man, my mind can go all kinds of ways, baby. Let me tell you, it'll go. But sometimes you got to reserve that, because you know. Matter of fact, if I as I think about it now, yesterday, before this news came out, the news came out. I was just about to go on live talking about how weird it is that this would come from somebody on the right, because the timing just doesn't make sense. But at the same time, it could happen. But why fake? Why fake ones? And at that time, I think this is still valid. This is still a good valid point to leave off on. At this point, now you have to kind of think about copycatters. You know what I mean? Now, maybe this is the copycat from the other side, when people were sent ricin. It's not quite the same thing, but some people got attention, you know. And that's where it gets to be kind of like tit for tat and not very productive. I think we all have some common things, and but we tend to be really competitive at the same time. So it's like, oh man, you won, instead of thinking, okay, that makes a little bit of sense. Some people just want to win, and you got to also understand that some people just want to tear it down. Uh, so I don't know. Anyway, that's D Train. This is D Train's Bunk. Yeah, if you can, go check out the website bunchofbunk.com. Matter of fact, don't go do that yet. I gotta write some stuff. I could write this, just put it up. Um, but there's a few of my things that I'm trying to push up a little bit. My Twitter, that's where you can find some stuff. Gab, Minds. Um, yeah. Anyway, you can find me also here, YouTube's. Uh, on my Instagram, I think I'm gonna put more pictures of my trip from Hungary pretty soon. I just got my my tablet fixed. That's where I have all my pictures, and so anyway, yeah, that's me. I'm gonna sign off. So therefore, on the other hand, nevertheless, word and peace.